Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross.
Alex.
And we're back again with social distancing. It's going to be audio only. So we appreciate you for sticking with us because we know how much you fucking love to see our faces. So just stay tuned. So Gorillaz has slowly been releasing a new project song by song. And I believe they're releasing all of them with music videos, kind of like what Joyner Lucas did with ADHD, and it took a while. But this is Gorillaz, so this is important shit. And so far, there's 3, and the third one was released like today or yesterday or something like that, and it's been good so far.
That's dope. I'm always excited to hear from the Gorillaz. Like, that's one of those few bands that I could actually have my kids listen to, and they're like, "Oh, that's so dope!" So I'm sure they'll be psyched when they hear this information.
And I didn't mind. Like, a lot of people, probably just the diehard Gorilla fans, really are getting a little bit concerned with the direction that they're going with their last 2 albums, Humans and the Now Now. But I enjoyed those 2 albums. And I enjoy their old albums.
Is it like a Corey Taylor turning Slipknot into Stone Sour kind of thing or something?
No, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it's that bad. I wouldn't say it's as bad as Stone Sour.
Damn.
But no, I mean, to each their own. They got some like. It sounds different, of course, because every album is going to sound different, but it is still Gorillaz. It's still the same shit, pretty much. So it's not. I mean, it's really hard to top like their first album and Demon Days and Plastic Beach. It's those 3 albums are like the pinnacle of Gorillaz, but these are close seconds to those. Like, they're not there, but they're still good. Like,
do their new things have like, do they have like featured people on them, or?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because I could have sworn I saw like one of them on like something, and it said like featuring somebody or something like that.
See, the thing is with Gorillaz, like, well, Jack Black was in the music video for the Now Now.
I think I heard something about
that. But he wasn't. I don't think he did anything. He didn't sing or anything. But maybe he just played guitar for the song, like he does in the music video. But I doubt that too.
He probably just did your typical Jack Black shit that he does in comedy movies, like that physical, like weird, like dancey shit, like when he's trying to be funny.
Yeah, that's what he did. I love Jack Black. I thought it was awesome. And that's when they had the Powerpuff Girls villain or whatever.
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo?
No. Ace
from wasn't he from the Rowdy Rough Boys?
Oh, I don't know what the hell he's from.
Ace Ventura.
I thought you said he was from Powerpuff Girls.
He is, but I couldn't remember what his crew name was.
Oh yeah, when Murdoch was in jail, the green guy, they replaced him with another green guy to play bass, and it was Ace from the Powerpuff Girls or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it sounds good. They had Snoop Dogg again as a feature on the Now Now, which wasn't too bad, but you know, it's Snoop Dogg, so it's not like, you know, it's not up there, I would say. Not like his old features. These, like, he featured on Plastic Beach. He did the intro for that, and then now he's on the Now Now. But they always get features. They're always feature heavy, but a lot of times they're people that probably Americans specifically would have no idea who the fuck they are, because Damon Albarn, who is Gorillaz, he's British, so he does a lot of British shit with a lot of British artists. So you get like some British rappers, who are talking like, who are rapping in British slang.
Like, I kind of fucks with that shit, but it's also to the point where like a lot of people don't really fuck with that shit. They're like, "Oh, this beat's hard," and then it just ruins it for them to hear Skepta or Stormzy come on a beat, and they're like, never mind.
Put O'Shea on the beat.
I personally don't fuck with that British rap, but that's just because the accent takes me out of
Get
it.
that Scouse accent in there, you'll be.
Yeah. But Gorillaz old stuff, you know, we're talking Doom, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Snoop Dogg, Most Def, and you know, their old features were heavy.
Yeah.
Like they had impact, a lot of impact. And they do a lot of DJ collaborations and shit like that. It's everything. Gorillaz is awesome.
He probably couldn't get like all these American features because he's on coronavirus lockdown.
Could be. He had Bobby Womack was on Stylo with Mos Def, if I remember correctly. And it's great. That was Plastic Beach. Dude, it's just awesome. I mean, I love Gorillaz. They're still one of my top bands right now.
Yeah.
Like, I still love listening to them. I pop the vinyl in occasionally, shit like that. But so go ahead.
Is popping the vinyl in code for like anal or some shit? Like
that's the reach around code.
Yes. Been popping the vinyl
latex,
in raw.
dude. I think you're doing it wrong.
No, there's a shortage, dude. I
Gotta
use
make
party
do,
balloons
man.
now. Yeah, it's party balloons now.
Get those vinyl nitrile gloves or something, and just like use one finger of the glove each time.
Hope the thumb. Hope you can fit it in the thumb. Anyway, there's not a lot of like the news is pretty dead. Just because of the coronavirus and like everybody's kind of taking a break and
whoa, dude, calm the fuck down with that dead and coronavirus in the same sentence. Okay?
Sorry, dude, but yeah, it's not a lot of people are out in public doing shit, so stuff's delayed, shit's going the wayside. That includes music. No one's doing concerts.
Now they're on TV doing concerts
or the Instagram live battles and shit like that.
Oh, did we talk about that?
I don't think we did because I haven't seen any of it. I don't go on Instagram that often.
Oh, I don't go on Instagram either, but I watched the fucking I watched the Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh got fucking just fucking dumped on, dude. Like it wasn't even fair. It was a 20 beat battle. And essentially, it's just two DJs over Instagram Live, and they're like they try to one up each other's beats, and of course, like you know, towards the end, they're saving the best for last, and it's Scott Storch, and it's Manny Fresh, and Scott Storch. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'll spoil it for you. Like Manny Fresh is like back that ass up. For his final one, he's like, back that ass up. That's it. I won. And Scott Storch is like, hold on. And he's like, I didn't play Still Dre yet. And you know,
oh shit,
he didn't play Still Dre, and they're like, oh fuck. He called upon the ancients to beat this man. And it was great. Like, you know, Fat Joe leaned back. God, what else does Scott Storch have? You know, Still Dre. Scott Storch just has like consistency, I would say, over Manny Fresh.
Certainly. And then like Scott Storch is kind of been out for a good minute, and Manny Fresh, you know, hasn't been out as long as him. But I just feel like Scott Storch is more of a musician than Manny Fresh.
Yeah, like, he even had his piano in front of him, and he played the Still Dre with it.
Yeah, there's a difference between, you know, producers and musicians, you know, and it's like it's apparent when you can see them put together the beat. It's like putting together slices like, you know, when I was making beats, I
Yep.
used to do versus actually playing it out. And it's like Scott Storch is a musician.
Yep,
Yep.
and he's a great big pianist too.
Yeah. So I did catch that, and it was eye opening and not even fair. And Madlib, like I think Madlib even like challenged Alchemist,
Yeah, and
and
Alchemist is
Alchemist
like, nope.
like he would destroy me, and I'm like, are you sure, dude?
Do you
You're
even
you're
blame him?
you're still fucking Alchemist though.
I get it, but it's just like he didn't want to get Manny
Why even
Fresh.
risk
You know
it,
what I
you
mean?
Why even? I mean, Madlib is like, you know, lo-fi king, right?
Yeah,
Like I think we could consider him lo-fi king, and
for sure.
that's fine. And I fucking love me some lo-fi. But Alchemist, he's been in the game for a long ass fucking time, since the 90s. He's got to have a shit ton. He did Dilated Peoples, that fucking that one of the greatest beats in hip hop. And
Is that the one with Kanye West?
no, you fuck face. I think you said that. I think you said that last time when we talked about it. Let me get the song up. I'm not gonna
That
actually
shit-
play it.
But like
but
the
let me get the
Alchemist has
song.
some pretty vibes beats too, but it's just like I don't know, man. Like if I was in there and I was put up with somebody that had that talent level, I'd be like, nah, probably not. Who would be a good match for Madlib though?
Oh God.
The RZA. Kidding.
Gangstar, dude.
Yeah, fucking. Wait a minute. Yeah, Gangstar. No, they're the beat dude's still alive. So yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Bun B? No, that's
No, that's Premier, DJ Premier and Guru.
DJ Premier. Yep.
Yeah.
I think DJ Premier, he's got, you know, he's got lo-fi in him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love having a computer and you can hear me Google shit too, which is great.
Did some shit with Common too, and that shit was fire, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And let's just bring this up if I can find it. Let's bring up the infamous. You know, you heard of us, official Queens Bridge Murderers. Okay? So, who produced the infamous?
That was Prodigy, dude. 100%. I'm kidding.
I'm not sure.
Rest in peace, though.
Right. To
Yeah,
rip the
rest
guy.
in peace. Song was produced by Havoc.
So that's the other guy from
Yeah, he was one half of Mobb Deep with Prodigy.
Yep.
So I mean, definitely if he did Survival of the Fittest, that's like lo-fi gold. I think Havoc would stand a chance.
I mean,
Not in probably a 20 spotter, but if they're doing like a 5, like a top 5. Oh, I don't, because Madlib, he has auditorium and shit though too. It's not just Mad Villainy. He has bandana.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is like there's a lot to his catalog that is very great.
I would say that Madlib is the lo-fi king.
Yep.
You know, Jay Dilla, Freddie Gibbs, Doom.
Rip.
Rip Dilla, Donuts.
Dilla it would be hard
too. Yeah.
It would be hard just to go up against Mad Villainy alone.
Yeah.
It's a beat. And then you add like Pinata Bandana with Freddie Gibbs, which I have actually listened to those full albums and I can say damn to him.
Mm-hmm.
He did album with Talib Kweli. God, what the fuck is that album called though? Alex, do you know what the album was called?
Which one? Was it
The
one of the earlier ones or one of the later ones?
the one I don't know. It's probably like earlier 2000s. The one that Madlib did with Talib Kweli.
Well, I don't know. The one that I fuck with the most is on The Beautiful Struggle, but
I don't know if it's that one. That's not ringing a bell. But yeah, it would be.
Liberation is what it would be called, I believe. That's what Google tells me, of course. I have been fooled before. I mean, this could be, the deep state trying to tell me it's called Liberation. From
Oh, shit.
2007, actually.
Liberation.
2007, yeah. I can't say that this is like, for me, Talib Kweli's early shit is great. I haven't really followed him post like mid 2000s, but like, I mean, he has this one track that was on this album of stuff based on the poetry of Tupac called Fallen Star. That song is fucking amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, The Alchemist did Worst Comes to Worst from
My
Dilated Peoples.
First, yep.
Yep. And Worst Comes
Mhm.
to Worst, My Peoples Come First. And that's featuring Guru.
And that's
I mean, The
literally
Alchemist.
the same exact beat that you hear from Ludacris.
They use
Mhm.
that beat.
Yep.
What's that? That's one of my favorite Ludacris songs too.
Yep.
What is that song fucking called?
It's escaping me. It could be the Jameson, but like, yeah.
It's something about
I know,
back in the day or something.
Right.
Fuck, man. Fuck me. All right.
I'm googling.
I need
it
to
now.
giggle.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
I'm googling, but
I'm
that
like,
would probably be Alchemist's top beat. Would be The Worst Comes to Worst.
Well,
Growing
I'm saying,
Pains.
Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Growing
That's
Pains.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
shit! I got headphones on. I'm listening. Ooh.
From word
Bruh,
of
like-
mouth,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
like
sorry,
making
Ludacris.
a playlist and shit now.
When we were kids.
Dude, Ludacris word of mouth for me like is still one of my like it's in my top 25 albums, even though like I've experienced more albums since then, but I just came up
For
with
sure.
that shit,
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, same. It's like I remember having to like burn it on a CD, not illegally, and listening to that shit all the time.
Oh yeah, dude. What in the world is in that bag? What you got in that
In
bag?
that bag.
It was just it was so good.
I feel like for Ludacris, I think he made his bones as a radio personality first. Like, why isn't he as successful as Khaled? And he actually had like skills on the mic and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he didn't even like have issues with like drugs or anything. Like I don't know.
Right.
What
Like he was doing movies, then he was rapping. I was like, yo,
now he's making
really
like 58K a year,
like life comes at you fast, my G.
At least he's getting that COVID stimulus.
For sure. Yo, can we deem certain artists essential and they need to put out hits right now?
What is your favorite songs of Ludacris?
I think it's called The Potion. Hey, shout it what it is. What up? That the When We Were Young joint that you were talking about. And
Area codes, dude.
area codes.
Area codes.
Area codes
Area
for
codes.
sure.
That one where
What's your fantasy?
Yeah,
that one
what's your
where the
fantasy
music
though?
video is like the rooster and the chicken. It's like sticky yicky yicky. Ooh ooh.
Yeah, that's something Saturday, something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, that just and then roll out, dude. That's like a classic,
Yeah, you can't forget Roll Out. Hell yeah. Damn, Ludacris was dope.
Get back, dude. Like that just It's crazy, dude. How much he had in like those few short years, and then he just fell off the grid. Like, I don't know.
And even his features were flame. Like he did a feature with 3-6 Mafia, and that shit was crazy too. Like,
yeah, and move, bitch, get out the way. Like,
yeah,
like, fuck, man. Like, just
that's what I'm saying. Like he has certified hits. Like how is he not in the game longer than DJ Khaled is in the game? I'm not knocking DJ Khaled because he's a very positive, cool guy, but still, like, how's Ludacris not putting up those numbers?
Only so many times I can hear someone say their own name, like him and Pitbull, then I just get tired of it, you know?
For sure. It's a lot of Miami artists are like that, you know, with the exception, of course, of Denzel Curry and Rick Ross. Like, even Trina and Trick Daddy, like, I just really get tired of Miami flow.
Yeah. I miss Ludacris.
Yeah.
That's all, I had him in my when I didn't think about it. I had him in one of my top underrated rappers on that list that we did or whatever. That was one of my takes. But then I forgot Talib Kweli existed, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know. But Ludacris is like, I love his flow. He has such a good flow. That southern flow.
And the fact that he has a southern flow and you dig it says a lot.
Yeah.
Well, normally hate everything else.
I mean, no, I mean, I don't like the South in a general sense in southern accents. Right. But I like the Po' Boys. Oh yeah. I like Luda. I like Outkast. Like I like southern rap, like and hip hop. Like that's fine. But like not Bubba Sparks though.
You don't like Bubba Sparks? That's a sin.
No, I kind of like Bubba. Well, Bubba Sparks had one fucking hit song, okay?
Right, and that's it. And then he got super skinny and started working out.
What was that? What was that?
Hot daughters.
Something about that ass? Bring a new ass or something?
Yeah.
Bring that booty. What is that? How's it go?
Boogity, rocking everywhere. I found you, Miss New
Booty. Come together and bring it back to me. Yeah, I remember that.
I bet in a bar right now in the place that we live, that song would still do numbers.
Oh my God, yeah.
How do you not do that song at karaoke, my G?
Dude, I don't know. I could. Dude, I wanted to do Country Roads at the next karaoke.
Man, I'm down. I'll be there.
It's not rap. Do you know what Country Roads is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, yeah, you're from Virginia. You have to. Even though it's West Virginia, you still have to know what Country Roads is.
Right.
Yeah. So he's from Mountain Mama.
Yeah, Mountain Mama.
It's like we're part country, part hood. We'll rep trucks in and throw hands and shit. Like that's how we do in Virginia.
Yep. I mean, that's what Bubba Sparks was. He lived in a trailer park, but
pretty much. Yep.
Like, what was it? Miss New Booty. Yeah. That's the name of that song. If you I'm pretty sure if you want a white girl to twerk, you just got to put on Back That Ass Up or Miss New Booty.
Yep.
And that gets them going. That's like
affirmative.
The aphrodisiac of the white girl.
Right? You're like, I got these 2 songs and it's about to go down.
Oh, and anything with Pitbull, but only when he says Dolly at the beginning.
I think they might twerk more to that other shit. They'll get drunk to Pitbull, I think. But I don't think
I'm thinking of the younger generation. Slightly younger than us.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Our age and older. Woo! You get to that point, like you get to that point where it's Juvenile, then it's Boys to Men.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking whatever else is after that.
Ooh. Extreme high energy.
High fee, yeah.
T-Pain.
Because her ass is big enough to sit a cup on that booty. Goodness. Oh my god, yeah. So Luda needs to come back. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
2020,
I'd be down
dude.
for that.
Maybe the corona's gonna clear the way to his ascension, dude.
Oh, my
geez.
god.
Right?
Not with that fucking Tamagotchi 6ix9ine back out here. No, I'm
Wait,
kidding.
let him
No.
out.
Do we
They had
really
us like
think he's gonna be productive when he?
no, he's done
Okay.
Fuck that guy. I hope he doesn't do anything. I mean,
Dude,
there'll be
he
fans
snitched, so like he's like just you know.
lying low.
Yeah, your first show where you're out in the open, that's gonna be donezo's for you, bro. You might as well hang it up.
Yeah, and it's great because like no one can do live shows, so he still has to stew for like a year without doing
Yep.
anything, which is awesome.
hmm
Because I just don't want him to be successful because I hate him so much. But yeah, it's okay. I'm sure he spent like most of his money on lawyers and stuff, so he's probably not in the best positions right now.
Yeah, but is the label still backing him like Tom about, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Label could drop him if he's not fucking, throwing dollars at him.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, a
they can drop
contract is
him.
a contract. If they're like, yo, we
Well, they can end the contract early.
yeah, but if
the
they're like,
label?
yo,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put you on retainer. You got 5 albums. You gave us 2. You still owe us 3 albums. And before you do anything else, we need those 3 albums and just sit
Yeah,
on
that's
them,
what they
basically.
did to Kanye. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, that's
Yep.
what they got to do. Like, you signed a contract for it. Like, you want people to feel bad for you?
Nope.
It's like, oh, I did 3, hit albums, and I'm not getting 100% of the profits from it, so the label's evil. And
Oh, of
it's like,
course.
well, I don't know about that. Like, you could
Capitalism
probably
sucks unless it benefits me directly.
exactly. Well, no, if the people that it fucks over directly too, like worship capitalism.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
libertarians.
They make fun of liberals and libtards and millennials, and like libtards are libertarians.
Mhm.
That's what a
Yep.
libtard is a libertarian.
It's like,
But,
how dare you talk shit on rich people? I'm gonna be rich someday. You just fucking
Yeah.
wait.
My best friend is William Gates.
We need to
It's not-
fight for his rights.
Yeah, I got him for Reddit Secret Santa one year, and he sent me one of those sex boxes, and I knew with a letter, and I knew me and Will Gates was friends.
Oh
So
god.
don't you make fun of Will Gates, okay? He's curing libtards left and right, okay? Like
Oh,
that's
God.
what he's doing right now with the mosquitoes, bringing out all the libtardiums. He's trying to get rid of that right now.
You got the steel toe down like perfectly there, dude.
Oh, that's a story for another time.
Oh man.
But okay, so we've gone off track. But
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
I think we could agree back to the beginning that Mad Lib would probably beat a lot of people in a
Yeah.
beat battle.
Certainly.
Okay.
Hit for hit? Yeah, certainly.
Okay, so let's go on to gaming because we don't have too much time. We have all the time in the world because it's audio only, but I don't want to keep you guys all night. PS5 controller leaked for what it looks like, and it's not. Let me pull it up for Chris because I don't know if he's seen it yet.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not-
looking at
it's
it right
not
now.
good.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay,
at it right now.
Okay, you got it pulled up.
Yep.
And so the console itself hasn't leaked, but the controller leaked, which gives us an idea of what color scheme they're probably going with
Stormtrooper.
and how stupid I have got to say, because my opinion, I always love to get out there because I am very opinionated and I love to bitch. And the more people that know my opinions, the more they hate me, and that's okay. But I want everybody to know that this controller looks fucking stupid as shit. Does anybody
Yeah.
disagree?
I agree.
No.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
don't
one of those
disagree.
things where they're trying to like keep like parts of their controller while making it actually feel good in your hands like an Xbox controller, but there's with the sticks parallel to each other, there's no way to make it feel good in your hands.
I love it because every single console for the PlayStation, they try to make it they try to blow the controller up just a little bit more to make it an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
But the new Xbox controller though is shit to me. Like the Xbox One ones are shit. Like you had the Duke, and then you had the shitty S controller, but then they brought it back with the 360 controller, which is like one of the pinnacles of controllers. And then they went to the Xbox One controller, and it's like, where are you going? But PlayStation's always been trying to make them slightly bigger to fit your hands without breaking the patent or copyright, whatever the fuck controller's got. Copyright, trademark, whatever, for the Xbox controller. So they're trying to get it as close as possible. This one's getting closer. Analog sticks are always stupid, but that helps when they extend the grip down so you can lower your grip. So you're not dependent on lowering your thumbs, but having them more relaxed because you can slide your hands down the grips. But
Yeah.
But let's talk about this because Chris understands fashion and colors and everything.
Aesthetics. Yeah.
Yeah, and aesthetics. And people on Reddit specifically, because I've been reading articles and the forums on Reddit of people talking about this controller, and I contributed to one. And people are like, it's universally hated, but then you got people who are like, oh, it's just nostalgic PlayStation fanboys that are like, just like, you can't have anything different. Like, this looks good. This looks fine. This is great. Like, it's just they can't take it because it's not what they're used to. And I'm like, I think we can objectively look at this and say it's shit. Because
to me, it looks like if Nvidia tried to make a controller
for Xbox One.
Yeah, it looks like a third-party controller for the PlayStation, essentially, for one.
Yeah, because
the triggers look like shit.
They gotta swap
the
that
shoulders.
left analog and the D-pad.
Don't you shit on Mad Cats, Chris? What the fuck?
No,
I'm just saying
they don't even exist anymore, man.
Right? Every Mad Cats controller I've ever owned was shit.
Let me pull up this argument that I said because someone said I'm gonna just bring this up on Reddit, just because it'll get my exactly what I said.
While you're bringing that up, can we talk about how they haven't even show what the console looks like or whatever?
I'm just saying, if they sneak peek the controller and it looks like shit, I can only imagine what the console looks like.
Well, a lot of people said that the reason we don't know what the console looks like is because they're still redesigning it because it was having overheating issues and shit.
That possible. And then leaking the controller lets us know like generally what they're going to do with the console.
Yeah.
But because it's going to look similar color scheme to the console, probably a majority white, and like one of the minority zones will be black. It will be like this controller with like a blue.
Bleep that. Bleep that.
I don't know how else to word it. The smaller zones, whatever, and with that blue light, complementary color. But here's what I said. So someone on Reddit said, and I quote, "Latinas are too good," said on Reddit. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that a lot of gamers have zero sense of style or taste, so it's no surprise they would hate something like that. That, and it's people obnoxiously applying their nostalgia goggles to everything. And I replied, Prime Forecast replied on Reddit, the zones they used for the different colors is bad. The analogs blend in with the minority or smaller color zone when they should have contrast. They went with the iRobot color scheme but left the most important controls in the dark. It just doesn't make any sense and looks awful in my opinion. No nostalgic goggles here. I haven't owned a PlayStation since the PS2. I just know an ugly controller when I see one. Is how I replied to that. So Chris,
the thing is like, I don't understand why PlayStation would go the route to like, it almost is like competing to look like an Xbox One controller, or like if Apple had their premium spin on a PlayStation remote. Like they're just
There you
trying
go.
too hard. You know what I mean? Like they're going for that. It looks like to me from the aesthetic point of view, and I don't really dig that shit.
But here's the deal. I'm pretty sure they said you can use PS4 controllers with a PS5. So in order to upsell people on this new controller,
I wouldn't doubt it because the Xbox One ones will work on Xbox X or whatever.
They gotta try to make it look fucking flashy, flamboyant, as it were.
But you're getting a $60 controller when you buy the console.
Yeah.
To me, it's just if there is a little lip like the picture implies, like from the white to the black, like if there's a little lip there, like the picture implies, that would be awful for one. And it's just that black color that just covers a small strip, and the analog stick zone is just so awful.
Yeah.
Not to mention they went with the iRobot they didn't even color the action keys like they normally would on a PlayStation controller, which is like their logo, their colored logo, their design. Like that's like, why would you stray from that
now, dude?
Well, because the last two consoles they've released are just black fucking boxes, and the only color they had was on those action buttons for the controllers. So why would you deviate from that?
Maybe the console is going to be colorful AF now.
Oh my god. With that controller, it would look fucking stupid. The color scheme for the PlayStation 5 will match that controller. It's got to. And it will have a similar design.
Oh no, dude. That's not even the actual controller. That's just a rendering of it.
What are you talking about?
Do we think do you think they're doing the same thing that like they did with the Sonic movie, like release some shit and then let it get trashed in the thing and they know what they have to go back and fix? Or do we think this is the actual thing they're gonna do?
Oh yeah, dude. People will hate it, and then like they did with the Flying V fucking PlayStation fucking when people saw the dev kits, they're like, oh well, got to change that now because people say it's shit.
Yeah.
It's all just them getting feedback from the community.
Right.
Yeah, that weird vacuum.
I think the reason it had to look like that was for the overheating or whatever. But now they're trying to make it like look better and still not overheat.
Yeah, just massive vents and cooling.
Yeah.
For the dev kit.
People are making fun of how the Xbox is like a tower now, and they're like, they literally said that was for cooling.
Oh yeah, they got a push-pull fan system on the Xbox where it pushes from one end, pulls through the other.
And V is the Roman numeral for 5. Maybe that V console that looks like the vacuum cleaner isn't that far off.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It looks like a V, and V is 5. But like, how
V also
bad are
stands
like
for Janner.
how bad do you think, like how upset are PlayStation fanboys right now about their controller becoming more and more like the Xbox controller?
Oh dude, it's like the end of the movie Bruno. Like that's how they are nowadays.
Are they gonna like merge? Is this like trying to secretly make us okay with them merging?
No, God, no, they would never merge.
All right, I'm just saying, like they're just wetting the palates a little bit.
Sony would commit Sudoku before they merge.
Exactly, the death before dishonor, dude. Nintendo will be their second to make sure that they don't fuck it up.
Is there? Because when I was doing the solo podcast that none of you listened to, I talked about the aesthetics of a console. Have you ever cared about what a console looked like? And have you ever bought a video game console off kind of what it looked like?
No.
Was that a plus for you?
So me personally, yes.
And what was it? And why was it the GameCube?
It was a PS2, and it so when it was out, like it matched the TV, it matched everything, and it just kind of not necessarily like stood out in the living room because I'm not a cliche like gamer. I'm like, oh shit, that could be a game console or it could be a DVD player. But that's the extent of aesthetics for me,
Well,
is having the PS2.
I'd almost say that the aesthetics actually matter more from a retro gaming perspective. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna buy a first gen Sega Genesis or the Mark II? Like, are you or the Mark III? Are you fucking, like, is it even a fucking question? You go with the Mark I because it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the circle one with the high definition graphics on it?
Graphics, yeah.
Yeah. I have a Genesis. I have a 2, so that's what I grew up with or got later on in life. But yeah, the version 1 Genesis is really good looking. I don't think. Yeah, I think retro it matters a lot more because they had such different looks for like
PS2,
you're gonna prefer, PS2 Slim.
You're gonna prefer the box NES over the fucking NES Gen 2, where the fucking stand-up, cartridge one, obviously.
Right.
Well, Famicom was stand-up too, though.
Yeah,
it was stand-up originally.
The original US NES though, the side loader, that shit is fucking fire, dude.
Yep, still got that bad boy. I still got a lot of them.
Yeah,
I used the PS2 for like an extremely long time. I think it's the only. I'm trying to think. Was it the only DVD player I've owned, or could you play DVDs on the Xbox 360?
360 can.
Yep.
Okay, then I had a PS2 until I had a 360, I think, as my DVD player.
No, the only CD
and
player
I even had to fix the laser.
Was a PlayStation 1.
That was my stereo.
What was that? What was it was a PS1 and then there was like a little mini version or some shit that came out. What was that? That came with the screen attached to it?
It was called the PS1.
Okay.
Well, the screen was an add-on that you could get.
PSX and then the PS1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it specifically had the name 1. Let me check.
Yeah, they made it like.
Yeah, the PS1. Spelt out, not just a 1, but ONE spelled out.
It wasn't the original.
Yeah.
The original was just the PlayStation, right? And then they made the slim one.
Yeah, the PlayStation and the PlayStation 1.
The original PlayStation was the square with the fucking circles on the corners. The PS1 was just the weird rectangular oval.
Can we all agree?
Fuck that thing shape
where Ross didn't remember that the PlayStation didn't have analog sticks.
Because I never owned one that old, and I don't know if anyone I knew had one with the sticks.
See, when we had that conversation, I can't even remember if I owned one without the sticks.
Exactly. That's why I didn't know it. I was like, what?
Oh, I sure as shit did.
I knew it, but I didn't know which one I owned.
Can we all agree, though, that the PS1, the PlayStation original was just shit, trash looking?
I
loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, man.
I didn't really care.
I always look at the original Xbox and say, "Come here, you big beautiful bastard."
I love the Xbox, and I think it's so hard because I was thinking about what is my actual favorite console, and I'm like, I love the Xbox, but I think I've definitely played on the PS2 more than any other console probably. And I had an Xbox since it launched, but I don't remember when I got a PS2. I definitely had the PS2 before the Xbox. And I don't know, because I didn't get consoles new.
Yeah.
Except for that.
I didn't either. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of consoles that I was gracious enough to get new. And I think Xbox and Halo was the only one. Well, yeah, and the Switch. I'm talking about when I was growing up, where I couldn't buy my own because I didn't have allowance or anything.
Gotta go Black Friday. That's where you get them.
Black Friday?
Yep.
Yeah, shit. I might have to go this year just to get a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One or something when they're dirt cheap to collect them. But I've been collecting video games systems, but I'm trying to do just handhelds. And I really don't want to do console. I want to keep it just the
Man.
handhelds because that's just
Do
a
you
lot of
have
money for nothing.
Do you have a Neo Geo yet?
The Pocket? No, I don't.
Yeah.
That's I'm trying to go. See, the thing is I have a bunch of them, except for most of them, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to go expensive down now.
You don't
So
have
Okay.
a Wonder
Okay.
Swan.
So I'm trying to get the most expensive one before I keep going, which is the Turbo Express, which
The Wonder
is
Swan Crystal.
currently like $300 minimum, and that's the handheld Turbo Graphics 16 or whatever. And I never owned one when I was a kid. And I got the Sega Nomad. I never owned that when I was a kid, and I always wanted one, but I never had one. Genesis I didn't have as a kid
Got that.
until I bought the Nesco one from Toys R Us for $30.
Ah.
Like way late in its life cycle. The only handheld I was blessed with to get near launch was the Game Boy Pocket. I didn't have a Game Boy. But I've always wanted handhelds like my whole life, but I didn't own many of them. I always got them like way later in life.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess I'm just saying that I don't want to go into like actual console that's not handheld because then I'd have to collect all this shit. I'd have to collect PlayStation 3, 4, Xbox One, the new ones,
Yeah.
rebuy Dreamcast, get a Sega Saturn.
Fucking
Like-
Dreamcast, man.
Yeah, Dreamcast is awesome.
Yeah.
And someone told me, actually, their racist cousin told me today or yesterday that Blizzard originally had World of Warcraft planned to release on PC and the Dreamcast.
Oh, nice.
And if you think about that, because World of Warcraft is one of the most popular games of all time that's still going in the MMO, Dreamcast was one of the first consoles to utilize in a good way internet,
Mhm.
and it had because it had Fantasy Star Online and shit, and it used the same servers as PC. And if you could have met, they also had the mouse and keyboard for the Dreamcast, so you could have played WoW on a Dreamcast. And Sega, if that had worked, if that had happened, if Sega didn't go out of business like before then, Sega would still be around. That's like
Yeah.
that's mind-blowing to me. And Microsoft may not have even gone into the business because there still would have been Nintendo, Sony, and Sega butting heads, and Microsoft would have had to come in as the fourth.
Man, what about Atari, man? What are you talking about? I'm
Well,
just fucking with you.
yeah, they've been gone for a long time.
Mhm.
You got the Dreamcast. I got the Atari Jaguar. So
Oh shit.
Jeez.
No, I got the Dreamcast like years and years after that came out, I think. Like
my mom's all like, "Oh
multiple
yeah, I
years.
went to like, was it in the mall? Was it KB Toys or EB Games? One of the two."
Fucking KB Toys. That's a
And-
Yeah.
throwback.
And she's all like, "Oh yeah, this was in the bargain bin for like $20, and the games were like $3 to $5 each or something like I want to say." And I'm just like, "Oh
Wow.
shit."
For the Atari Jaguar?
Yeah, it was like that was because it failed or whatever.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
I mean, do you still have that?
Yeah,
It's probably worth $100.
yeah, it's possible.
I mean,
Fucking sweet.
it's sought after, I'm sure.
I bet you if you have they had these little, the games came with these little plate things that you'd put over the top of like the certain buttons for each game that would tell you what because they had like a bunch of buttons in the middle of the controller or whatever.
Yeah, it had a numpad.
Oh, they
Yeah.
had to fucking okay.
But so I bet you if you have those are probably actually sought after, I'm guessing. Those things that went over the buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably that came with the games.
I doubt we have that stuff anymore.
It looks like eBay. I'm seeing one, $300 on eBay
That's fucking not
for
bad.
Atari Jaguar console. Yeah, see the rare ones that are hard to find or that failed that didn't sell as much. Those are Those are the rare ones that can cost a lot, like the Turbo Express.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
Alien
is I
versus
wish it
Predator was on the Jaguar, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I had I don't know. I can't remember the games we had.
The best-selling game for the Jaguar was Alien versus Predator.
Sounds about
Go
right.
Go figure. But anyway, Alex, did you have anything you wanted to say about the PS5 and Xbox specs that came out like weeks and weeks ago? I forgot to bring it up last week, but I kind of solo talked about it on the solo podcast episode.
I'm not really too worried about it. I usually don't buy in at the start of a console cycle anyway.
Okay,
I could
Smart.
just I can give my 2 cents about it if you want, I guess.
go ahead, Ross.
Here's the way it is. Okay.
All right, we're out of time. We'll catch you next time.
That's
No, no, I'm kidding.
But,
Go ahead.
well, one's more powerful. The other one says, "Oh well, we're easier to program for, and we got a faster hard drive." So then
No loading.
So then Xbox comes back and says, "Oh well, yeah, but we got full backwards compatibility, and you could just use a USB drive to play shit off of." And then PlayStation's like, "Well, you could play some PS4 games on us, and they have to be on one of the main hard drives, like either that or the expansion bay one."
Yeah, but the compatibility games for the Xbox One X, or no, Xbox Series X, the newest fucking one that's coming out.
Uh-huh.
The backwards compatibility is only for Xbox games that were already compatible with the Xbox One.
I wouldn't doubt it, but you can literally
which is
play
just a fraction of the library.
You can play them off of a USB like hard drive though.
That's the PlayStation where you can use different hard drives. You need to buy the special fucking
No,
hard
you're
drive.
wrong.
Xbox, you have to buy a proprietary hard drive to even get more space.
But that is for that. It also has a USB slot, and they said you can plug in a USB hard drive and play any games that aren't from the new console from a USB drive. They just came out and said it the other day.
Like, oh shit, Sony doesn't have some kind of fucking black box that you plug in there where you don't know what's in it. It could be computer aids.
What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
The fucking Xbox hard drive where they're like, you don't know what's in it. But
it's literally pretty much a solid state drive in the memory card form. I don't understand what you're talking about, but okay.
Retailing for $399.99.
They don't. Well, for one thing, for the drives for the PlayStation, you have to have one that's compatible with PlayStation's hardware. So it's not just going to be any plug and play solid state into that slot. It's going to be proprietary and cost money.
Yeah, but I mean, you can plug in a what do you call it, NVMe drive versus just a fucking ratty ass fucking USB one.
But it's not a USB. Oh my god! Why you keep mixing up everything I'm saying to you? I don't understand. Is it on purpose?
You got a PCIe 4 versus PCIe 3. It doesn't matter what the Xbox has got.
Oh my god! A 1 second
loading screen.
1 second load time compared to maybe 4 seconds at the most load time, which is at the most.
It's not
Allegedly.
that fast.
No loading screens at all versus loading screens at all.
Dude, I have a fucking M.2 that I use, and it's games don't load in 1 fucking second or 4 seconds.
Well,
The
this is what
newest ones do.
that PlayStation drive will be way faster than your M.2, but okay.
You take that back, you fuck stick. I just
even the
bought
Xbox
this shit last fall.
Even the Xbox one will be way faster than that M.2.
No, it won't, dude. Let me pull it up. Mine's 1 billion bytes a second.
Sure. Okay.
I just looked it up.
Yeah, 1 billion bytes a second. Now divide by 1,000, and then divide by 1,000 again, and then you're at
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, what am I at, bitch?
You're at 1 gigabit per second bandwidth.
Oh, there you go.
And
way faster than that Xbox.
SATA is at 6 gigabits per second, my guy. So try again, Try again, motherfucker.
Shit, you got me. All right, so that's crazy though, because my 1
got
terabyte M.2 was like a lot of money. It was like
Yeah.
they
I don't know
they
if it
got
was that much. It
faster
was like
ones
$100.
now.
God
faster
damn. I gotta wait. When that stimulus check comes, ooh, we gotta go to Micro Center. No, we can't. It's the apocalypse, dude.
A flock of fish.
Man, that
That's
stimulus
that
check,
stimulus check. That can get you like a whole new computer.
that can get you a lot of chicky nugs.
That's a
Bruh.
lot of chicken nugs. Only if they
That
got the,
that's a whole lot of
Boneless
50
wings.
racks of chicken nugs.
yeah. If they do that shit anymore.
Yo.
So Game Vice is suing Nintendo again and appealing the previous lawsuit, and it claims that it infringed on its patent of dual controllers connecting to the side of a tablet or phone. So Game Vice is like a third-party controller maker
Yep.
that made like these controllers with like a bar in the middle that would squeeze to cover your phone or tablet. So you would have like controllers on the sides of your phone or tablet.
Yeah,
So you
something
can
like
use
that.
yeah, and they would Bluetooth to the phone or tablet. You
Yep.
can use it as a controller. So they're saying that Nintendo infringed on the patent of doing that, and they got turned down before,
Mhm.
but they're appealing it and trying it again,
Yeah.
or trying something
I
new
mean,
with it.
patent trolls, that's what patent trolls are, dude.
I mean, I get it.
To be fair, if they actually had that before Switch, I could see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
mean,
it's been it's definitely been around before the Switch.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, though. Like, that first judge would have gotten ruled in their favor if they had an actual case, though.
Would they though?
It
Probably.
depends, because
Nintendo's pretty powerful.
In
I mean
Japan.
in Japan depends on where they got sued. They probably would have sued them. Depending on where Game Vice is, they probably sued them in fucking the States or something.
Nintendo has those patents probably in Japan, so it don't even matter.
I don't know how that works for that sort of shit, the litigation and shit,
Yeah, I don't know either.
or where it takes place or jurisdiction, whatever. But I mean, I get where they're coming from but Nintendo's uses it way different. They're
Yeah.
like free floating controllers, and these are like controllers that a tablet sits in between.
The only problem
Probably
is like
funded by Sony.
the general idea is all that matters, though. It doesn't matter if you're like yours is like an outdated version of like what they're using or something like that.
Oh, well then yeah, then they would have a case.
Like
But I'm saying it's very loose, like
yeah, I know. That's what I'm
comparing
saying.
those two, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't side with them, but I don't know the law.
It's
like
one of
they
them
do.
things where like if you do like a very general description of what your thing does and it is very similar to what the new thing does, then you might have a case, but you probably won't win. Who knows?
That seems like you would be wasting more money than you would be gaining. Like, why even do it?
Well, apparently they think they got a case, I guess.
Fucking-
Oh shit, someone's got to fully recap Turbo Express on market. Oh no. Oh no, that's a lot of money. Yeah, he just messaged me back. I don't know. It's a lot of money, but I want it for my collection. For Bong Joon Ho films, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that incorrectly.
No, it was decent.
Okay, good. They were just added to Hulu. This includes the Oscar-winning Parasite,
Yeah.
the movie Mother, the movie The Host, and Barking Dogs Never Bite. And The Host was a big thing when it came out quite a while ago. I think that was like
Mid 2000s.
yeah, something like that, like around 2010 or so.
Yeah, it used to be on Netflix, I remember.
I've never seen it. I've never seen any of these movies.
What?
What's the Mother one? Is that the
Uh,
one with that that actress that I like?
I'm not even sure.
What's that guy's name? Bong Joon Bong Joon Ho.
I'm guessing there's like more versions of it because I'm seeing like a movie that's an American movie that doesn't look like I don't see his name on. So
I'm looking at the Netflix DVD website. Okay, yeah, I've never seen this or heard of this. But
looks weird.
so that's on Hulu. So
Thriller mystery.
if you're on quarantine, definitely check out Parasite. It is in subtitles. Because it's in Korean and it's on Hulu. So check those out. They're, one's an Oscar winner. I don't know about the other three. The Host is popular. Parasite is multiple Oscars. Check those out if you're bored during this quarantine.
It says Mother's got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I guess this must be good.
Yeah, he must. I mean, he's got a good streak going.
Great films.
Yeah, he's got a good streak going right now. What was I gonna say? I'm pretty sure all of us still have to work and shit.
Oh yeah,
Right?
We're all essential.
Essential, my G.
Yep. I got actually extended to work from home, which I hate and love.
I was about to say, how do you feel about that? Like, I don't have that opportunity.
I fucking hate it.
He's just
What?
there,
but I love it.
Like, he's just sitting there like processing his shit, and then he's just like fucking Pornhub just zips.
So
and then, like,
when you're
No.
so
No. I've been putting in 50-hour weeks. Like,
so how does that work though? Do you have to put your hours in during your normal like work hours, or can you do it whenever?
I got to do my normal work shift, but then if I do overtime, I could do whatever I want, pretty much.
Okay.
So, like, if I wanted to do a contract,
Bryce just gonna do a full like a 50-hour straight like bender.
Right,
oh,
just
I
fucking
hated it.
binging.
I did a fucking like over an 11-hour, or was it a 12-hour shift? Like last. Oh my god, was it last week? I think so. Like it was. I've been putting in 50-hour weeks. It kind of sucks because it's panic mode.
It's funny
Pretty much right now.
because you're like busy and my like where I work isn't really busy.
I'm very busy. Yeah. It sucks. I'm hoping it dies down to the point where I still have a job, but I don't have to stress out. But it sucks to the point that because my internet is not good at all for it, and it's people say it's slow no matter what, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure my internet makes it worse. To the point, like, if I told my bosses like how bad it actually was, they would make me go to the office. Like, and I'm like, I'm just not gonna say anything.
They'd be like, can you like go somewhere with like guest internet and like just sit in the parking lot or something?
A fucking
Yeah, can you go to
McDonald's for, like,
McDonald's
12 hours?
Wi-Fi? Yeah, because we're doing I don't know if I can say this, but I don't really care because no one knows what company I work for. Where we have to work through a VPN from home, and everybody has had slowed access. Like it's not as fast as when we're in the office because we're doing it through a VPN. But I'm pretty sure mine is like even worse because of my internet, and because I'm essentially like what would you call it? Like data management or data entry or something. So we deal with large databases and shit like that. So it just gets slowed down. But I'm essential, and it's really bad right now. Just like what's going on. I want to say more. I can't say more. I'll tell you guys after.
Yeah.
But
Same.
yeah. So that's pretty much all we got, unless you guys want to talk about the random topics.
I kind of want to bring up the Bernie thing. How do we not talk about that?
Oh, it was so traumatizing that I put it out of my memory.
But we were kind of talking about this before the show, and we all knew it was going to happen, but we also hoped that it wouldn't happen. But I'm not surprised by this shit at all. I knew they were gonna Hillary 2.0 us with that Uncle Joe shit, and it's I don't know, man.
The thing that
I don't know, man. Like, why? What is it with like Barack Obama talking to people and then them dropping out? What does he got?
what is that? What happened? He
They
talked
said
to
that
Bernie.
they said that he talked to Bernie like multiple times before Bernie like ended his campaign or whatever. So I don't know what that's about.
The biggest, because Joe Biden can now announce his VP pick, at least being the only candidate
Yep.
in the run right now. And if it would blow my mind if it was Bernie. It won't be Bernie,
Yeah,
but
it won't be Bernie.
Everyone's
If
saying it's going to be Kamala Harris, so
no,
that's what everyone's
No.
saying.
no,
They even
no.
said she did something with her fundraising that made it seem like it would be her or something.
Wow.
That is. I'm voting Trump. I'm burning it. I'm burning it down.
I guess we'll see though.
The
no,
thing
I
is,
probably won't.
the-
but
the thing is like Joe's gonna get massacred by Trump anyway. You know what I mean? Because we talked about this before. If you could have a Republican or a diet Republican, you're gonna choose Republican. Like
wait,
that's how it's
okay.
gonna go.
Wait a minute. So Kamala Harris was the woman from California who was a prosecutor
I
that
believe
was
so.
talking about essentially black empowerment, but was a prosecutor who prosecuted thousands of people and put them away for like misdemeanor like marijuana charges and shit, right?
I believe
Mhm.
so.
Yeah, like, oh, it's a struggle, but yet I put so many people away for this
Yeah.
and shit. Okay, yeah, that's the one I don't like, or one of the people I don't like. She was out pretty early. If it was Booty Judge, I'd burn it down.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Who else can I stand? Klobuchar. I don't. She's our senator. Even I don't like her. I don't like her. It wouldn't be Warren, because Warren probably said something about him touching people. Do you remember when we talked about how? Yeah, because Joe Biden like has sexual harassment charges and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, a rich white guy doing what all rich white guys do. Like, that's not news.
Right.
I mean, they just do that. Power does that.
Somebody posted a thing earlier. It said vote blue no matter who sexually or like assaulted you or something like that. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I saw the meme that said the problem with any blue will do, and it's like a Mountain Dew and a bottle of Windex. Like that shit is.
It's complacency, and Ross had it right. Like when the system is so against you, you shouldn't have to be like you're forced to vote for someone who's like just not good.
They
That
pretty
you
much
don't
just
want.
keep,
You
they
shouldn't
just
be
keep,
forced to vote for someone that you don't want to vote for.
they just keep telling you, oh, next time, and then it never happens.
Yeah. But it's gonna be. It's so bad talking about this because
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure we were all Bernie supporters.
Yep.
And this happening was fucking stupid of him to do. It was a very slim victory. I still, however, have never met in real life a person who has said, I am going to vote for Joe Biden. I want to vote for Joe Biden. Never heard of it. I don't think those people exist.
No.
But
Like I
somehow
said-
he was getting votes. He went from it blows my mind how fabricated this whole presidential run seemed. A person who got zero, nothing in the first 3 states of the primaries and suddenly just explodes with a lead that he keeps through every state, red and blue,
Yep.
is mind-boggling when I have
Because-
never seen any piece of evidence that was actually going to happen. No
Well,
one was
people
out
wouldn't know.
there rooting for Biden.
Well, the people
Do
on
we
the
think
Ritz-
Republicans went out there
Mhm.
and voted for Biden to fuck it up?
Yep.
No, because you have to register So if those Republicans
Well,
registered to vote Democratic during the primary, they can't vote Republican in the presidential
It
election.
depends
Yeah, they
on if
can.
it's an open primary or not. If it's
Right.
open, then anybody I think can just show up there.
That depends on state.
Yeah.
Like we have to register.
Yeah.
Like that's so people don't do that.
Well, in our state, in 2016, it was a caucus, and then this year it was a primary, which changed things a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. But for the caucus, we had to register. We're registered for a team.
Yeah, you had to like.
You could only caucus for one side. You couldn't for both.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, because that should be the general rule. Because otherwise, you have Republicans out there doing exactly this shit.
Yeah,
if Trump
in a lot
was
of
afraid
states,
of
you can
Biden-
only vote for one party. In our state, even though I identify as a liberal, I could have voted in the Republican primary. I just couldn't vote for both.
Right. And when Trump was scared of Biden, when Biden was doing absolutely nothing in a campaign, like that's when we knew, like, oh, because he knows Trump, it's going to be versus Biden.
Yep.
Like Bernie wasn't even competition in the eyes of the Republicans or the Democrats, which is scary to see how that happened. Like House representatives during the impeachment inquiries saying, we're not talking about our next president, Joe Biden. It's like, what? Like, you're a House representative. Like, shut your gob and do your job. Like, you shouldn't be out there saying that shit when democracy is like what you're supposed to uphold. Oh, spoiler alert, they didn't.
Right.
They didn't uphold democracy. That went to the wayside. I've been saying all this shit for a long time when talking about the politics, like the way it was gonna go, shit like that. Bernie fucking ran a weak ass campaign. He's my guy, sweetheart. But it was just too. He just rolled over too much, turned the other cheek too much. He should have fought back. And the reason I think he did this, like dropped out, like in my mind, it's probably because he didn't want people to go out and vote during the coronavirus.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get people killed to vote because they tried to vote by mail. And spoiler alert, Republicans are like, buddy, we can't have Bernie Sanders there, so we're gonna go ahead and not let people vote by mail.
I saw
That
some
was
article
specifically in
earlier.
Wisconsin.
Saw some article earlier where they found like a bunch of totes of ballots that were like after the fact, like, so there's some fucky shit going on again.
There's always been fucky shit since the beginning because Democrats are just as cunty as Republicans, and I mean, yeah, and he's like, okay, I'll make the sacrifice. I don't want people dying to vote for me. It's like, where's Biden? Like, you want to vote for the guy that was going to let you do this?
He tried to backtrack so hard on that. They had him like a few days before saying,
and he's been quiet about it too.
Yeah, they had him a few days before saying something to the effect of like not saying that they should like postpone it. And then like after the election happened or whatever, he was saying that he was all for postponing it. And I'm just like, and everyone was just like, no, you didn't. You didn't say that.
He just couldn't remember that he wasn't for postponing it because he's not like 100% functional.
Yeah,
that's possible too.
You saw like he has I saw there were things where they had to have his wife on there with him to make sure he like actually was able to like function.
I'm just
his sister, you mean?
Yep.
I mean, it's not. I mean, dementia's not funny. Like losing your senses is not funny. But when it's someone you hate, it's funny.
Yeah.
And I hate Biden, so it's funny.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like I'm not gonna take pity on that man.
Nope.
It's crazy to me. There's people on YouTube, whoever listens to us, please, if you know anybody or you are someone who has been rooting for Biden the whole time, please let us know. We have Discord right now. I want you on our podcast, someone who is voting for Biden, so I can just berate you.
They showed
Like, so
That's all I want.
why do you want Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States?
You can sit here, you can introduce yourself and say, you know what, Bryce, I did vote for Joseph Biden. Then I will mute you, and then you will sit there and take it while we berate you for an hour and 40 minutes.
They showed.
I would not actually do that. I would like a discussion, but I will hate you. Just know that.
They showed a poll where it was like they asked Biden and Trump supporters how enthusiastic they were about their candidate, and like Trump had like where 53% of his like people were like super enthusiastic about him, and Biden's was like 23% or something like that.
Did you just say 53% of Trump supporters are mentally challenged?
Oh Jesus! Yeah, like Biden's was like 23%
Sure, that's not
or something.
low. That seems
That's
a little
low.
low.
Yeah, it's low. That's why I was questioning it.
Well, there was like different levels of like enthusiasm.
Mental retardation.
Oh Jesus, calm down.
No, that's a thing, Ross. It's okay. It's not ableist. That's a thing. That's...
God damn it.
You can bleep that if you want. You can keep it in. It's 2020, and we're going back. We're going back to 2016, where it's okay to say that. It's okay to say that, guys. It's 2016 again. We're going back to 2016.
Well, Rush Limbaugh gets a hero medal when he's one of the worst human beings or whatever in the world. So
isn't he dying?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
Fucking Joe Biden's like, we got to go back to the way it was before Trump, and it's like the way it was before Trump wasn't that great for a lot of people. And so, like, why are we going backwards instead of forwards?
Right?
Yeah. It's like it's crazy. It's okay when bad people die. That's fine.
I mean,
like, you don't have to pity them.
You got me out there looking at like all these like third party candidates, like not caring where my vote goes anymore.
I figured that's where you were
Trump
going.
won the first time.
And ever since you were so against voting for Biden against Trump, so we wouldn't have Trump, and you were so against it, like now you got me thinking like, do I really want to cast my vote for something I don't believe in?
Exactly.
Even if it means getting rid of Trump.
And we're done.
No, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
I don't know what time that's at, Ross. Either.
I think we're just fading to black there.
You got me looking at like Green Party. Credits. You got me looking at like Mark Charles.
Who the fuck is Mark Charles?
Wow.
He's a Native American guy who's running.
Oh, well, now it's not as funny anymore. Great. Thanks for making me racist. It's interesting. Like it's a throwaway vote, but imagine if a lot of people feel that way and vote, and we could get a percentage high enough.
No, they'll just blame you again for not voting for a fucking terrible candidate.
Well, they'll probably change the fucking debate rules just so they can't get in. Like, oh, we can't have Green Party in the fucking debates, even though they got, how much percent do they need? Like 11 or 15 or something ridiculous?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just to be in the debates? It's like, oh my God, like, let's change it to 20.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, because we don't want it too crowded. Like when they had, like the first Democratic debates where they had Yang, just garbage up there, like Yang, Buttigieg, some California chick, some author, couple billionaires, like, or a few billionaires, a couple trillionaires, who knows? But it was just garbage. Like,
I mean, where they're like, oh, for the next debate, all you need is to have like a delegate, and then all of a sudden they're like that Gabbard got a delegate. She actually got 2 delegates.
Yeah, it's like if I could take a delegate away from Bernie, I've done my job. And Buttigieg is like, well, I've done my job, and the Democrats will now accept me for who I am.
I've done the math.
I've done the math, Bernie. I've done Bernie. I've done the math. I've done the math. Where are you getting 30 trillion, Bernie? I've done the math.
That shit is funny.
Where are you getting 30 trillion delegates, Bernie? I've done the math.
Oh,
I've done the math. My app has done the math.
so I guess there was an interview today with like Bernie Sanders on like one of the channels. I can't remember if it was like MSNBC or something like that. And he said he like wouldn't be surprised if like during like what's all going on here, if Trump didn't like all of a sudden like make up some new name and like pretty much like try to get like Medicare for all with like some new name, like to make it seem like he thought of it.
I mean,
that would be an interesting twist, and I think that would be a great Caesar moment for the Republicans, where the Senate all stabs him. That would be great.
What would it be like? Trump care for all or something?
Oh, he would put his name on it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me pull out my Trump card, guys.
Yep, that's what it's called.
It can't be called Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, Medicare for all, or universal health care.
He'll have an insurance card that everyone gets, and it'll be called the Trump card.
He would call it like the temporary health care stimulus, or Trump for short.
right?
It doesn't even spell Trump. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, it's a crazy world we live in, where that's ending slowly. If it was quicker, it'd be better. Just end it, like this podcast. Are you guys done? Do you guys want to talk about anything else?
I'm done.
No, just as long as we brought up
How
Bernie.
depressed are you guys? How much in alcohol are you into now that Bernie's gone?
Had a
No,
body
Alex
case.
and
I've been about.
Yeah?
I haven't done anything differently.
just
remember
still a
that,
bottle a day.
I just looked at other people already. So
Just remember that if Bernie comes out saying he's endorsing a different candidate, just don't listen to him.
because that's what he said. He said, "Don't listen to what. If I ever tell you who to vote for, don't listen to me." He said, "Bernie."
Yeah, exactly.
Did he say that actually?
Yeah, he's actually quoted as saying that at one point, which is funny.
That's
Good.
funny. Well, he's also the only one that said, "I'll vote. We need to vote blue no matter what. Like, I'll back you if you beat me." And Biden's like, "Well, hold on. I can't say that. Can't say I'd do the same, Bernie.
Exactly.
I got people to look out for. I got my people to look out for."
I've also
Okay.
got like a million fucking teeth in my mouth, and I don't know why.
Oh Jesus!
So Ross, somewhere towards the end, Ross, you need to cut something or bleep it, whatever, where I talked about that thing with Trump, which is weekly, that something needs to be bleeped.
Oh jeez.
It's
Also,
just gonna be beep beep beep. Just fucking.
but when Alex says something, make sure you bleep it too, so it sounds like he's racist. And roughly 16 million people are now filed for jobless claims, according to CNBC, which is roughly 10% of workforce 10% of workforce unemployed.
Yep.
So I'm going to leave you there with food for thought.
Yeah.
Stock market's booming though.
Stock market's booming. These 16 million people, that was the sacrifice that Trump was willing to make for this economy.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
That's
they were
16
going to
million
people off anyway, so why not?
Yeah, might as well just kill them. Might as well end them. You can't have 16 million unemployed if there's no 16 million unemployed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, probably end it before this. We'll catch you next time.
Late.
Yep.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 Podcast.